Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be making a Cajun sweet potato seafood chowder. So in this recipe we're going to be using some sweet potato. I have some chicken broth. You may also use a seafood broth. I have some paprika, chili powder, onion flakes, dry thyme, sea salt, black pepper, dry oregano, cayenne pepper. I have a fresh lemon, a mixed seafood with shrimp, squid, and some other seafood. I have some fish sauce, chopped onion, chopped garlic, some butter, and some dry tarragon. So let me get started. I started to heat up my pot at a medium heat, and we're going to start off with our butter. We're going to now add in our onions. And we're going to cook these until they get a little soft. I've been cooking my onions in the butter for about 3 to 4 minutes. So now I'm ready to add in my next ingredients. I'll be adding in my chopped garlic, my sweet potato, I'm going to be adding in my spices that will create a Cajun flavor. You can use a pre-made Cajun mix, but the ingredients I'm using is usually put into a Cajun mix. So we're going to start off with some cayenne pepper, the oregano, dry thyme, onion flakes. You can also use an onion powder. I'm going to be adding in some paprika, some chili, and then my chicken broth. I'm going to stir all these ingredients and allow the liquids to come to a boil so that we can cook our onions fully and our sweet potato. Now that our soup has come to a boil, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn our heat down. With a hand blender, I'm going to be mixing the onions and the sweet potato. I'm going to break them down, more of a puree. So once this is done, we're going to go on to the next step for this recipe. So now that we finished blending down our ingredients that we had in our pot, I did leave some pieces of the onion and the sweet potato. So now we're going to go on and add our next ingredients for this recipe. I'm going to be adding in my tarragon, some fish sauce, and some fresh lemon juice. I'm going to mix these ingredients up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my soup off of the heat temporarily. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pan fry our seafood so we can get a nice coating of our seafood. So we're going to heat this up, and then we're going to add some salt and pepper as well for a bit of seasoning onto our seafood. You may also use fresh shrimp or scallops. Those are a nice combination for this soup. I had this seafood blend available, so I went with this choice for this recipe. It's in a bit of an olive oil, so it's going to heat up nicely, so I don't have to add any other oils to pan frying this seafood blend. Now that my pan has heated up and the liquids with the seafood mix is boiling, I'm just going to cook it for a couple of minutes. I'm going to add a bit of pepper and some salt. I'm going to cook it for another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to start adding it to the soup that we have created. Okay, so we're going to take this back off the heat, and we're going to be putting our soup back onto our heat. And we're going to now start adding our seafood to the soup. You can add the liquids to the seafood blend, or you can eliminate it. It's up to you. So we're just going to add in our seafood, making sure it gets a nice mix to the soup. And there we go. So the soup is now complete. So there's a nice blend of the sweet potato, the onions, and now the seafood. And it's ready to serve. If you like this recipe and you want to see more like this, please subscribe to our channel. Hit that share, like, and that bell notification, and I will be putting the ingredients that went into this recipe down in the description.